Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. Before you do anything else, like, subscribe, and share. So today I watched a movie on Netflix that I absolutely loved, and the name of the movie is Postcards from London, and this was a 2018 British film written and directed by Steve McLean, and it stars Harris Dickinson. Now Harris Dickinson is coming out in the upcoming Disney Maleficent Mistress of Evil, who will be Prince Philip. So the movie is basically about this boy, well not boy, he's about 18 or 19, leaves Essex and moves to London. So as he's moving to London, he meets high-end prostitutes and he gets caught up in this world of prostitution, which prostitution is what the oldest job there has existed. People have been selling their bodies since the beginning of times. And it's a very cool movie because they're high-end prostitutes, so they have clients who want to talk about art and painting, and in the middle of all this, and well, in the center of all this is the artist Caravaggio. And then Caravaggio is a great artist. Let me show you some of his paintings. Now Caravaggio has never painted a female nude ever, and his paintings are somewhat homoerotic, if not very homoerotic. So it's speculated that Caravaggio was definitely gay. But in the movie they mention other artists such as Velázquez, Francis Bacon, and a couple of others. So the movie is broken up in 3 parts. The first part is London Calling, second is Fit Lad with Basket of Fruit, and then the third, The Muse, 4 parts, and then the fourth, Lucky Jim. So the main character is Jim, and Jim becomes part of this prostitution world, and because they're high-end prostitutes, they're always talking about art and seeing art, so every time he sees a work of art, he goes into some type of like not epilepsy fit, but something happens where he reacts and he just faints. So it's a condition that they mention in the movie, which I don't know if it's a real condition when you see a work of art and it causes you to faint. I mean, I've seen paintings that have stirred up a variety of emotions within me. I remember when I saw the Dali collection in St. Petersburg, Florida, like I was aroused. It was so bizarre, and that had never happened to me. But I know that paintings can provoke emotion. When I saw Starry Night for the first time, I cried. So it's a very interesting film how they mix, the sex world with the fine arts, which I think go hand in hand if you really think about it. A lot of these artists, were known for their sexual adventures. Picasso had how many wives, how many girlfriends? A lot is speculated about Dali, Francis Bacon. I don't know, I think sexuality is a big part of anyone who's human, but it's so taboo nowadays, and it shouldn't be. So I think this movie, it's a great movie. I'm not going to tell you too much about what happens, but it's very interesting, and it reminded me like there's a scene where they're sitting in their windows, I guess, when guys walk by and you can shop for them. And I remember when I lived in South Korea, I went to the red light district, and that actually was the case. In this sense, there were women in the windows, and you could just kind of take your pick. This is how they're sitting there, but of course they're high-end. They have clients who want to talk about art, and I think who don't want to talk about art. So it's a pretty cool movie. I don't want to give away too much. I do recommend that you watch it. I love that Caravaggio is at the center of all this. So with this sickness that they call it of him fainting when seeing works of art, it kind of goes in a direction that's expected or not expected. I guess is up to the viewer to decide. There's a lot of eye candy, and the plot is good. It's very well shot. The film itself is a work of art. Each scene is done very beautifully and very, very interesting to watch. And I feel like it's one of those movies, because I don't tend to rewatch movies. Once I see it once, then that's it. But this is definitely one that I want to rewatch because I feel like maybe I've missed something. You get to hear them talk with their British accent, which is also very sexy if you're into that. I do recommend that you watch Postcards from London. I give this movie 5 golden stars. If I had 5 golden stars to give, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. It's something I've never seen in a film before. It's very original, and I recommend if you're into the arts or into just, LGBT films, even if you're not into that, it's a very well made movie. It's not raunchy in any sense. Yeah, if you've seen the movie, tell me what you thought about it. If you haven't seen it and you see it because of this video, come back and tell me what your thoughts were on it. It's a great film. Once again, that's Postcards from London, from the writer and director Steve McLean. Well, anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, adios. Bye.